Freaks and geeks, drinkers, thinkers, ramblers and gamblers, stoners and pet owners. Gather around. This is the Outsiders Social Club, where us misfits, miscreants, outcasts get together and ramble, palaver, prattle, and get royally intoxicated while we do so. So without further ado, let's proceed.
One for the party, baby. Puff on the road, drumming, knock back a drink. There's nobody home.
Hey! Outsiders Social Club. We are back. Yeah, I'm hammered. I don't know what the fuck's going on. What I do know is that we're walking here.
We had a person over last night. I had told one of my a friend of mine, and I told her about how Ricky Williams was doing, like astrological readings for organizations and companies and stuff like that, and how that's a whole thing. And
nice.
And so she was looking up the charts for the Eagles and the Chiefs yesterday, and going off like using that to do a prediction. And she predicted Chiefs would win. Patrick Mahomes would have a big game. She predicted that the refs would make, a big call. So it's like all things that are like kind of, she's not a football person though. So this is,
right.
This
Just
is all
based
what
on...
she predicted based off of the chart. And that the refs would make, there would be a controversial call on the field. And, but it was going to be a good, and she was just like, Patrick Mahomes' chart says more of a winner than Jalen Hurts' chart at this moment. And so she's like, I'd put my money on Patrick Mahomes. And it was kind of cool to just like see a person that didn't have any football knowledge just like make a prediction entirely off of that and then end up winning.
I would have liked to seen what she had to say before that Rams Patriots like 13-3 one from a few years ago.
Yeah.
It would have been like one of the most boring Super Bowls I think
everyone's
ever.
constipated. That's all I see is just
all
constipated energy.
all the chart, all the signs are in remission or whatever the term of art is they use there.
I got
Uranus is in retrograde.
Retrograde.
Ooh,
there you go.
Yeah. Fucking A. Where's my rim shot sound effect?
Somewhere.
Oh, rim shot thrown in there.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
Hey, that's what my girlfriend gave me last night. You know what I mean? Hey,
let me try that again. Yeah, so it turns out Uranus is in retrograde. Yeah. $2, same as in town.
You're bucking for another mute, Ron.
Yeah, but then I got to be quick enough to unmute myself and hit the mute sound effect, and that's challenging.
Well, the rest of us enjoy it whenever you can't figure that part out. Though that's the visual part of this audio gag.
Yeah, and then you have to hit the visual gag and
visual.
Visual gag on an audio format. Nobody gets the joke.
It's true. I'm lost.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. Well, you didn't like my fun fact, so you guys can all just make the conversation happen on your own.
Let's see. You got any parade facts?
I forgot what it was.
Yeah,
What
what
was
were
the
we
fun
talking
fact
about?
again?
Bands that
Cowboy
connote
Ninja.
gayness? Oh.
Cowboy Ninja. That was a good one.
Cowboy Ninja.
What's he better at, being a cowboy or a ninja?
That's tough.
Well, I think ninjing probably pays better.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think
They got a few.
Wait
It's
a minute.
sponsored by like Lariat and Wrangler and stuff like that.
Okay,
they've,
so
got,
what-
they've got dental.
What did he make to go on the show? Have you asked him that?
No,
Boy, that would have been good for this topic.
Is he a regular?
What? Okay,
yeah,
what
he's
does he
been on
make?
like
For,
5 or 6 years in a row.
what does he make for sponsorship then? Does
It's
he
like
talk
an
about that?
independent contractor ninja.
I don't know. I had one fun fact, not multiple fun facts.
Well,
Now we don't want to know more.
We can get him on the podcast.
Okay.
Can we or?
But has he ever been in a parade?
You brings lots of parades facts, and that's what I appreciate.
Only if he's lucky. Only if he's lucky.
Parade facts.
Is the Cowboy Ninja married?
Yes.
All right.
Has he signed away his life rights for a movie?
Not yet. I'll have his people get with you.
Okay, so if not a movie, then a rap opera based on his life has also
How
not been
about
taken. Yeah,
His life rights for a
rap
Eddie
musical.
Murphy.
opera.
Playing Whoopi Goldberg, starring in Cowboy Ninja.
Like if he goes somewhere that's like really busy and he orders like a deli sandwich and they have to make it, when he gives his name, does he give Cowboy Ninja or does he give his real name?
I believe he probably uses his real name.
It's Ninja, Cowboy.
What, or does he do CN Jeff?
Yeah,
So like CN Greg
Ninja.
Ninja.
Told you the samurai during the day.
Like the red-headed ninja. Like, hey, the ginger ninja. He shows up and does karate chops at
Wait,
the office.
he's got red hair?
No,
Oh, I heard Ginger Ninja.
I'm just making shit up.
that's just hard. That's just a fun tongue twister to watch.
So
What was that,
high.
Ron?
I don't know.
Don't say that 5 times too fast.
No.
I'm so high right now. I have no idea what's going on.
Okay.
Your towel.
Cash, what are you doing for your girlfriend tomorrow? I know you're a big romantic guy.
Well, the problem is that I put in work 2 weeks ago and I haven't been paid for it.
Oh.
So I have no money. So luckily I have a girlfriend who is very understanding. And so we are pushing Valentine's Day back a couple days. And then I'm taking her out to this Chinese restaurant.
You could just tell her you don't celebrate it like I do.
Well,
Yeah.
luckily for me, my birthday
Hallmark.
being the day before, it always gives me leeway.
True.
'Cause it's about
Yeah.
me.
Ooh.
And then, we get a little bit of a shift because,
I don't know.
That's really
more Morse code.
convenient that your birthday, like every year, will give you a little leeway in general. That the holiday isn't necessarily about you and her. That it's like still mostly about you.
Fun
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah.
Never have your birthday around Mother's Day because that's terrible. Talk about guilt.
yeah. Father's Day, I don't think would matter too much because you'd be like, fuck off, Dad. But like Mother's Day, you can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, Mother's Day, totally. It's like, hey, it's my birthday, and she's like, "Fuck you! I gave birth. I was there."
I gave.
Well, that's the
birth to
thing.
you.
Is your birthday should be your mom's fucking day. You didn't do shit. She gave birth. The birthday should belong to her. She had a small human come out of her vagina. That's an accomplishment. You
Well,
just didn't die. That's
I've never
Good
been
job.
a small human being.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have
And I
a
also didn't
small
come out of a
human
vagina.
walk out of your vagina. Oof.
I also am a C-section vibe.
Oh.
I was
okay.
also a C-section,
Side ejector.
and I don't think
Wow.
any babies walk out.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
I'm fucking strolling out. I'm walking here.
Yeah. You clearly haven't been to a Staten Island.
Call back.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. I mean,
What is the point of the mute button, Troy, if you're not going to use it?
I can't mute all of you. That's the problem. I can't mute everyone.
You just got to be faster. And click, click, click. 5 mutes, you pricks. All right, I'm going to do
You can mute one of the two on occasion.
Perhaps. But one's impression is better than the other's, so I can't decide who to mute.
That is true. One is definitely better, although both are very into it. Their effort is really good.
Yeah, they really lean into their personae.
I mean, I think one night we should.
Queens. What can I say?
Can we get drunk one night and do
No, not
all
us.
Boston The Departed accents?
We have talked about doing rotating accents per time period. Like have a Boston half hour and then go into Irish time.
Ooh.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
have a pint, you sons of whores. May the Lord bless and curse you both.
It's
Trying
really
to do accent hybrids is where it really hurts, though, when you try and figure that out.
Yeah, when you bleed over.
Oh, yeah, those Cockney British accents are always so hard for me to keep up with.
Well, that's why I had to hand off limited fake Norwegian tight end to Yikes, because I kept bleeding into fucking Amish, and it was like, no, I couldn't hold it.
Fun fact number 3 for the day.
Ooh.
Which of us on this podcast shopped at an Amish store this morning for his breakfast?
Wrong.
Is it me?
It was you, yes.
Yeah. I don't even remember that. That's amazing. You guys know I went to an Amish store today? I had no idea. Fuck, I must have been high.
And you had a really great breakfast pie.
Yeah.
That's not a euphemism.
Thank you.
What was in breakfast pie?
Yes,
Well,
do tell.
It's like a fry pie. So you know what a fry pie is, right?
No.
They're kind of like
Literally pulling up a stool here.
they're like pasties, only a little bit thicker dough.
Okay.
They usually make them sweet or savory, and the breakfast ones are little egg, little sausage, little cheese. Throw it down there, a little homemade sausage gravy over top of it.
Okay.
Are you down with the thickness?
I'm down with the thickness and the sickness.
Ooh,
Yeah, I consider that a fail by every pizza joint that they haven't released a deep dish pizza and co-opted that song to get down with the thickness.
I just mastered or did the engineering for Selena's newest podcast. It's called Down with the Sickness, and it doesn't have anything to do with metal music or new metal music, but
right, it's like an epidemic podcast, and
it's about the pandemic affecting musicians in the Portland area.
Wow,
and so
that's cool.
It's actually a really good podcast.
Earnest. Sounds very earnest.
Exactly, but
Ooh, I don't really do earnest in my podcast listening.
Well, it's just like a thing I've never considered. It's like, well, oh yeah, I guess, yeah. What do you do when your job is based on going places to do things?
Way to sell it, you guys.
I know. Thanks. No, I liked it.
Yeah,
but it was, it's got Portugal the Man. They're the big band, and then it's got Lisa Vasquez. She's a badass female hip hop producer, rapper. It's got a couple other local DJs and stuff. Portugal the Bro. Their music's better than I thought it was. I for some reason I had thought that their music was bad. I had thought that they were Foster the People in my head. Very different. Very different.
Yeah, there's a few of those bands like that where the names are like not similar, but like have a weird cadence or something that makes them line up. And there's a few that I've never been able to straighten out.
I can't go out and get that podcast if you just engineered it yesterday, can I?
No, it hasn't come out yet. And it wasn't yesterday. But I have a question for you guys. We had music videos playing on in the background, as is on some of the smart TVs. You can just play the music video stations now. Savage Garden. Is there a band that is less like, if you just
matches the name?
Exactly. If someone handed you a CD and was like, "Hey, check out Savage Garden.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Is there a band that is like more like completely the opposite in like the presentation of strictly the name?
The Killers?
But that's almost too on the nose.
Garden matches them, not Savage, but
Garden. Savage Garden, though?
Yeah, like I totally, when you say that out of context, I think metal band.
Someone touched my butthole.
I think
one thing you're bringing up is that 90s music was amazing, just for how bad some of it was, but widely accepted as popular.
What a great time to be alive.
I will say cocaine is a hell of a drug, right? And it affected the perception of a nation for over a decade. And you can watch movies and see, you're like, how would this fly? And all you have to think about is just a bunch of dudes in a room together doing cocaine for years.
Like, let's have this guy just kick everybody's ass by himself.
Exactly.
Yeah, because he's just super jacked up, so he's good to take them all down.
Cocaine explains so many like poorly logical, like logicless decisions.
That's true.
Jean-Claude Van Damme's entire career.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of that, I watched
Yeah.
Kickboxer the other day. That movie
Spot
is
on.
fucking awful.
No.
Dude, it's
You
so
don't say.
so bad. Like, okay, so first off, Travolta playing like the naive, like, because he starts out and he's just the assistant to the kickboxer. Then the kickboxer gets paralyzed, his brother or whatever, and then he has to get vengeance. But like, so it's all just an excuse for him to do a training montage. But at the start, you get just really shittily acted Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
John Travolta as Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Whoa. Mr. Carter. Don't punch my face. His hair.
But yeah, that movie's fucking awful. It's just really, really bad, man. I was like,
You gotta have a montage.
so many montages, the sex scenes. The
Yeah.
music was dope, though. The soundtrack's amazing.
That's it. In the 90s, if you could put together 2 or 3 good montages, like, yeah, we'll green light that shit.
It had a
good
very
enough.
synth-heavy soundtrack, too. It was like,
Yeah.
a la
What
John
do you
Carter.
mean?
Early 90s. Yeah.
Now Troy's the cool kid in town.
Also a hell of an arm wrestler.
Over the top? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh my god. I just need to go watch a lot of those old movies. Tubi is great for that, man.
I love Tubi. Not the way you're thinking.
We watched Maximum Overdrive because I was telling people that they hadn't. I was like, yeah,
That's
Steven,
terrible.
Dude, it's so bad and so good. And also, speaking of cocaine, holy shit. I think Emilio Estevez did more cocaine than Charlie Sheen ever did because he looks higher in that movie than Charlie Sheen has ever looked in any picture.
Just eyeballs.
Dude, his eyes are so bleary. I was
Like every
holy
time they
shit,
do a
Emilio.
cut, he's like his fingers coming up to his nose.
Oh
trying
my
to cut
God.
around the sniffles.
Jesus Christ. Emilio. Yeah, that movie's not
Sleeveless
good.
shirt? Sleeveless shirt? No? I don't remember.
I
Can
think
you verify?
I think it becomes sleeveless at some
Eh.
point.
As the battle dictates?
Yeah, he probably had to rip off the sleeve for
Yeah, to fight a toaster.
or
A tourniquet.
I
Yeah,
was gonna say a
whatever it was.
tourniquet, but fighting a toaster would be something in Stephen King. I love
All
how Stephen
right.
King watched Christine and was like, "They keep fucking my movies up. I'm gonna do it."
Right, yeah, put a clown on the semi. That'll drive it home.
We'll spend the entire movie in this gas station. The
I love
entire
the
movie.
AC/DC soundtrack, though. Oh,
It's so out of place in that guitar
so
riff.
good.
It's like, what's happening here?
Peak
Stephen King.
80s. Peak 80s, man.
It's amazing. It's a great movie.
You know, they say the one last true American is the farmer, but the other last true American is the trucker. And as you know, we truckers, we got to stay up late nights, stay up long nights. You know, sometimes that 5-hour energy drink just ain't cutting it. Those coffee drinks ain't cutting it. Caffeine, sugar, you're saturated, man. And you know, you're at that truck stop and the dude over there who's selling that meth, he looks like he's a little dirty. You know, for everything you heard about meth, it's pretty dirty. So if you don't want to be dirty, but you want some hardcore, extreme, long-lasting, 12-hour cocaine, well, get yourself some thrust dust down at Connor's Cocaine Emporium. And that'll keep you up all night. You don't have to feel dirty like those meth heads over there. Available at Connor's Cocaine Emporium. Keep thrusting. Keep thrusting.
All right, let's do one. I mean, I gamble every day as it is.
Yeah, why not?
So,
One day I dream to get to where I have enough liquid assets to gamble as much as you do.
Right.
yeah, I mean, I'm actually getting kind of bored with it, so I'm trying to
Well, regardless of your boredom,
Give it to me.
I don't know. It just depends on how you look at it.
I'll make it on board.
Like I own a 2009 Jeep. Every day I start that fucker is a gamble. So it's like, oh yeah, I lost last week. Fucking alternator went down. Like son of a bitch. An alternator plus 220 and just fucking Nope. I'd belt. Didn't pay.
So yeah, I also have a truck from a different era. 2008, way back when. I mean, they didn't really have electricity back then or anything. It's insane. Wow. I had to put a radio in it so I could actually have my phone talk to it. Had a CD changer in it, though.
I don't think I started texting till 2007-ish, roughly.
I remember texting from my Razor phone. So whenever those were famous, that's when.
I remember getting charged extra for texts that people were sending me, and I was like, "Don't fucking text me! I'm getting extra charges here."
Yeah, I called and fought those fuckers. You can't charge me for a text somebody sent me. I didn't accept that.
Oh, but you did.
Yeah, well, you get a couple bucks knocked off.
Fighting the man.
Yeah.
There's fun fact number 4 for the day. It's really irritating to pay a phone bill every month for 5 phones when you have no kids, no pets, and no plants. But you help your geriatric parents, who both happen to still be alive, thank the Lord, because they can't figure out how to use cell phones, and they just turn their phones on and just chomp through data every month.
Yeah. Do they have Wi-Fi?
Nope.
Just get a Wi-Fi in their house and tell them never to leave.
It's in Ohio. I'm not doing anything anywhere near that place.
Yeah, you just eat that bill and just let it be.
Bingo. I just eat that bill and
yep.
And once every couple of weeks, I'll get a three-letter text from one of them. And then the second text comes through which is more correct in terms of, hi, how are you?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm not sure that was a fun fact. Just kind of a...
It's fun from my perspective.
I'll be RB.
Uh-oh. Pee break. Smoke break.
Let the decree go forth. It is time to pee.
On this week's episode of Regional Obituaries, Brandon Big Toke McGillicuddy, 42 years old, of Trempealeau, Wisconsin, died earlier this week when, after forgetting that he had the gas can for the snowblower inside the car with him, lit a big fat joint and blew himself up. Brandon left behind no wife or children, but 3 cats, 2 dogs, the entire acoustic hookah discography, and 1 snowblower. No gas.
Well, I'm actually going to bounce. Who had the Vegas guy leaving first? Post Super Bowl week, Dano.
I don't know. You probably drank a lot harder than I did yesterday. So
no, you know what?
Fair.
I wish it was hard. I wish I had just gone hard, but it was like 10 hours consistent, and that's sometimes worse.
Yeah, but that's you put in a good day. It's a cumulative effort.
And I got a bunch of bullshit, annoying stuff at work that sucks. So
I thought you were taking the day off.
No, couldn't do it. And I had a bunch of added meetings these next 2 days. So
lucky you.
If I had taken today off, I would be a much different man. Hopefully.
Same.
But
any day I take off is a good day, as far as I can tell.
No, I'm going to try to take a day off or 2 when you're here, because I'm going to need it.
Very good. Well, don't forget the 19th, we're recording the MLB, the non-MLB baseball mascot team names. If you're in for that.
Like a week from now?
19th, next Sunday.
What kind of research do I need to do? Any?
None.
All right.
Minor league, or basically, you know how all the minor league baseball teams have goofy fucking names?
Yeah.
Just find a couple good ones.
Savannah Bananas.
Exactly. Something like that. Just we're going to basically do a short draft of funny fucking names. Use it as an excuse to kick off the season.
All right.
That's it. Limited premise.
I can get on board with that.
Excuse to drink and say Savannah Bananas. But we've
Other
also
fun, exciting things.
said not MLB though, so that opens it up if you want to do research into like Japanese and Korean baseball. Those are also on the table.
Yeah. The Nagahara Rock Monkeys.
I'll find something good.
That's tight. Is that real?
No.
Oh, I want it to be. I want it to be bad.
I could never say a Japanese place that passionately and proudly. As
It sounded
always feel like
believable.
I'm saying it wrong.
I was like, I bet that's a city.
That'd be a funny spin-off of that is fake cities and fake mascots.
Right. Real city or no?
Well, hey man, good luck, Joe.
Boys.
Have a good night. Later,
Big
skater.
Cody, hard net workout.
Yep.
Geez, what are we at? 10 something. So that's yeah.
He's at 8:18. It's 8 p.m.
Yeah. We'll get in.
The Littleton barking spiders.
I'm looking forward to that. There's funny names. I'm on board for funny names.
Where did Goods go?
The bed.
He went to bed?
It is 8:15 where he lives.
Yeah,
It's true. It's late.
I realized I had drugs. Which is this is Rick Simpson oil. You guys know that shit?
I do not.
I do not know my drugs.
Did you ever? There was a documentary called Phoenix Tears, but it's about
Okay.
how hash can cure cancer. But it was a bunch of testimonies of this Canadian guy that was giving out hash and curing cancer with it.
Okay. Like dubious claims with no.
No, he was doing it, and there was testimonies of the people and their medical records and stuff like that. But essentially,
Okay.
it's a hash oil that you can't smoke. So he like uses hexane to process it, if I recall correctly. But you like just put it in your gums, or you can rub it on topically. Like people that had skin cancer would rub it on to their skin cancer.
Okay.
But point is, I have this pinched nerve, and I just remembered that I have
You going
this.
to try that?
Oh, I'm going to consume about a half gram of this on this little mini donut here.
Oh.
And we're going to have a good time.
I'm in favor of any donut-based drug ingestion. That's a solid delivery method right there.
But if you guys haven't seen the documentary, it's called Phoenix Tears. It's probably really low quality.
I haven't heard of it.
The guy
Dude, I haven't seen anything you ever mention.
I know.
Stuff,
I, need to
I don't
write
even know
them
where to go
down.
looking for. Like my whole life is not. I not. This is insulting. I just movies aren't part of my entertainment anymore. I've kind of, for whatever reason, don't do that much anymore. Unless it's like on TV, then I'll sit and watch it with commercials. Right.
Right.
I
It's
spent
just-
a
Stupidest thing.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time researching random shit on
Yeah.
like I'll like think of something and then go on YouTube and just like find it.
Yeah.
But
It's-
I was really into weed back in the day, and so someone was
No.
like, "Oh, have you seen this
Back in the day,
documentary?"
huh?
No,
I still am, but I used to be too.
believe it or not, I used
Also,
to
yes.
listen to Sublime and Bob Marley.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's a great book there, the Bob Marley unauthorized biography about the CIA's assassination attempt of him.
I don't have that one. I would read that.
Did you say unauthorized?
It's all made up from reports and police accounts and secondhand opinions.
I have heard the theories on that.
I've heard the theories that they what was it? The military or someone put like a little spike in his boot,
Right.
right? That would give him this weird toe fungus or disease or cancer that's like really rare
Right.
because that was like the whole theory behind it. Is that right? I don't know.
That's what I remember hearing.
The slug to the chest was more the assassination attempt I was speaking of.
Oh.
Oh, attempt. But they actually killed him with the little tiny spike in the boot, apparently.
Yeah, I think that might be way more cloak and not enough dagger. Broke his toe when he was a little kid and never healed right, and was always had a sore on it, and that abscessed into some abnormal growth.
That's too logical, dude. Come on.
I know. I'm not good at conspiracies.
Come on, man. Oh, okay. If you're not, as long as you know.
I wish I
can't
were.
believe that you
Get
wouldn't be
better.
into- you wouldn't be into toe fungus theory.
Unless you can smoke it, drink it, or talk about it, I wouldn't have any interest in it.
CIA boot-related fungus theory is. I had the under on that tonight. Which,
Enzymes and boot daggers also. Yeah.
We're gonna cash the over though, because there was.
I think Ron would smoke toe fungus.
I'd be like, what's it gonna do?
Ron and Aaron Rodgers.
Is it gonna get me high?
Aaron
Right.
Rodgers.
You ever smoke banana peels?
I smoked a fish after I got it lit.
Well,
Yeah, I wasn't. No banana peels. I was never in prison, so.
yeah. It's some weird process where you're supposed to put some shit on the banana peel and you have to let it sit for a couple of days and you scrape something off and you do a whole thing. Yeah, it's a fucked up process.
Sounds terrible.
That's got to be a great high.
Right? Something you're totally doing out of necessity. It's like, we can just go there. I can give this guy $10 and we can just get high. You don't got to fuck with banana peels. We'll just go over to the corner where Kenny's got dime bags and
take some coffee grounds, put some water on them, let it turn, that gray color, scrape the mold off, put the mold in a can, take the coffee grounds, throw them in the garbage can, and go to your weed guy.
like grind it up mortar and pestle style and put it in your butt. And
There we go.
yeah,
Now we're talking.
yeah.
I think the banana peel thing is more of a prison high, or
one of those necessity
rehab
deals.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother, I remember my brother telling me a story when he was in rehab. I don't know if he did it or if he was saying that one of the guys that was more desperate did it. But, like that stuff on like exterior walls that's like looks like gravel,
Lead?
Stucco.
This like stucco, like it's
Yeah.
like they look like little rocks.
Yeah.
And you could if you go up to it and you like rub your hand on it. I used to do it all the
They
time as a
fall
kid.
off.
They would
Yeah.
fall off.
Like, don't
They
fuck with my wall, kid.
They would snort that.
Oh, balls.
That's rehab high, dude.
I guess. You might as well. Fuck.
I was like, oh, I don't want to do hard drugs, I guess. It was like a
Right?
good way to scare 15-year-old me and be like, oh.
It is like, wait, the logical progression is I'm going to snort lines of mortar.
Asphalt snorting.
Shit. And you say that's what? 4 steps down the line? That's not enough steps to be comfortable. No, there should at least be 7 between me and industrial adhesive powder.
I mean, I saw Dope Sick. At least
Good
7.
7, yes. No, fuck.
There's a whole
Yeah,
gamut of.
you just walk into like a Home Depot and you're just totally chilling.
Yeah, it's like, you guys got the quick drying stuff? 20
What was
pound?
the active ingredient? Was it
20-pound bags?
I always wanted to know what it was made out of, man, because I was like, what the fuck?
like hallucinogenic or euphoric or?
Right.
I
Or
was
just
choosing-
like some guy was like, this looks like a powder and I
This
can
will get me
snort
high.
it. Yeah. Like, well, he didn't die.
Can
I'm
I
gonna do it
crush this
too.
up?
Look at that. You can put it in a line. Well,
Uh,
you can put it in a line. I can snort it up.
hey, could I smoke it?
Yeah, why not? You got a lighter?
Be kind of amazing if you were like, "What's it like?" And they're like, "It's super chill. Like I just go on a Disney movie and like
I started painting.
Half a gram.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the solid half gram.
Wow.
Good luck, bud.
We're launching.
Nice.
We're launching.
The non-smokable hash, yikes, for those of you who were in the bathroom whilst we were discussing it earlier, for pinched nerve relief. From the movie Phoenix Rising.
By Rick Simpson.
Nice
Phoenix, what
fucking
was it?
recall.
It's amazing when you hit the under, how much easier this is.
I was like, man, that's way more words than I remembered out of that exchange. When you said them, I was like, those are right. I know they're right, but I wouldn't have. Wow. Well done. You know what? Wow, fuck.
That'll make up for 4 bad trivia facts.
I'll overuse the goddamn organ. Organ positive tonight.
Report back, Hash.
Oh.
Stay with us, Hash. Are you talking, Hash? You're just chewing.
Oh, I was chewing. I mean, I think
Okay.
my mouth was starting to tingle. I
Nice.
tried to smash it in the middle of that donut, and it's still.
Yeah, stayed very much on the surface.
Well, it always.
It's made with hexane, you see, Yikes. That's why you can't smoke it.
Yes.
I heard something
Also-
about that.
Yeah. I'm scared. I haven't done edibles in a long
Hell.
time, let alone.
Yeah,
that
you've
much.
said you've got a pretty horrible experience about that, so I was surprised
Yeah.
to see you do that.
A healthy
Yeah,
dose
that's how,
of the fear.
That's how much pain I'm in. I haven't been able to sleep.
Hmm.
And sleeping is great. If
Ah,
you can't sleep.
Agreed.
Life sucks.
That's true.
Like I have a buddy who suffers from insomnia, and I've multiple times been like, yeah, I wish I had insomnia.
I get
You
so much
know,
more
like-
done every night. Yeah.
Exactly, and I just like,
Like, no, but it's a miserable awake. It's not productive.
That was the best thing that came out of my 40s was realizing that when you have insomnia and you can't sleep, just get up and go chill and relax. And that really solved all of my sleeping problems as best. Well, didn't solve them, but it was a lot less stressful, which made it feel like it was better.
Yeah.
Fun fact number 5.
yeah, I did that last night where instead of just I woke up at like 2:30 in pain, and I was just like, well, I could just lay here, or I could just go get stoned and watch some 30 Rock and eat some M&Ms.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I did that, and then I laid on like a foam ball, just like laid on the ground with that like under my shoulder, and just like slept for like 2 hours.
Lacrosse balls are good for that too.
You do the chiropractor?
I used to, but it's one of those things where I'll only go if I have something out of place.
When you think the nerve would be a thing they could crack you out of, or no?
Maybe. I don't know.
I was telling Troy I did something like that when Amazon stacking their pallets so high, and they had a box of like cat food or cat litter or something. When I took it off, it shifted and threw my neck all out. So that dude I swear he's going to spin my fucking cranium off. But when he cracked everything, I felt amazing.
Okay, Yikes. We've got a conundrum here. Chiropractor, pro or con? Because I said it was much like the toxin-reducing sticky pads you buy from the Japanese store. Where do you fall on chiropractic?
Well, Troy, this is really outside of my comfort zone because I don't have any experience with it personally. I don't have any experience with it with my family. I think it's generally like from the family that I'm from the Midwest. Like it was kind of like a spooky
Borderline quackery.
Yeah. However, it seems to be one of those things where there's some people that swear by it. I don't know.
And there's some people who have strokes and die by it.
Correct. So I'm really on the fence here, but I'm going to side with you, Troy. I'm going to say that I'm not a fan.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not judgy about anybody else's stuff, but I'm way more a fan of chemistry than I am chiropractic. So when I find myself in the situation that our poor friend Hash has got in, I'm hitting the anti-inflammatories and doing that sort of stuff. And better living through chemistry has always been my first answer for things like that.
Yeah, I've got very limited experience with them, but the few times I've gone, it has been super helpful.
And I've got one of my coworkers just swears by it. She just loves her homeopathic chiropractor. He's the best thing ever. He can diagnose. He helped cure my breast cancer.
Right.
Well, I ain't going that far. I'm going to say he cracked my fucking neck and it felt good afterwards. But yeah, that's where I'll draw the line. But no, I've done the acupuncture too, and I
I'm a believer in that. That's real science.
I found that to be super helpful.
Yeah, this household uses that regularly.
Yeah, I was shocked because I was a skeptic, to put it mildly. So when I went in and got felt results out of it, I was the most shocked. So I've been a fan. I've only done that probably 2 or 3 times, but always felt great with the results there.
I think mostly I'm just terrified of a chiropractor. It's probably where most of my rejection lies in terror.
Well, since we're on the topic of medicine and issues of health, I obviously am doing some home care, so I'm learning a lot. And one thing I found that is interesting is in an effort to help my dad with his hearing recently, because he's had some loss of hearing, and he's also had some sinus problems. We spoke with a woman who told me that she had a buildup and she solved it by Claritin and something else, which doesn't matter because I don't need anybody to follow this, except for the fact that she said she also used a Vicks Vapo Rub stick.
Okay.
Does anybody remember these?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot about the Vapo Rub stick.
No, it's classic for when you're getting super fucked up. Yeah.
So I picked one up at Walgreens, and I don't think it's done anything, but I like having it around the house for some reason.
It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Comforting.
Tripping my balls off and somebody blowing that vapor in my eyes. Oh.
It's just a kind of funny visual.
Takes me
to just
back.
be putting this tube up to your nose and taking a whiff.
Taking a hit.
Big old pull.
Yes.
Hey, man, let me hit that Vapo stick.
The Vapo cubes for showers are good too, but continue, yikes.
I was just thinking of something like out of a David Lynch film where the character is extremely strange and comes into the scene and takes out the Vicks Vapo stick, and that's what he uses to accent between kind of telling somebody that he's going to kill them.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah. Good
Takes
vision.
the edge off. Yeah.
Totally.
Vicks murder stick.
Because you do want to have clear sinuses if you're going to off somebody.
Right. You want to be breathing clearly,
I think
focused.
that's logical.
Yeah. Want to be functioning at peak performance.
There's nothing better than being able to breathe out of both noses.
Oh, isn't it great?
There was never a Dexter episode where he was suffering from a sinus infection while
Right.
killing
properly
someone.
murder.
Exactly.
I got Showtime just to watch the reboot of that.
Stuffed up.
I'm sorry.
It was not very good, but I still watched every single episode because I religiously watched all the other episodes for all the other years.
That show should have ended at season 4. That's my.
I think so. Yeah.
If it would have been a perfect show, if it would just been 4 seasons, everyone would have been like, "Oh shit, let's rewatch it."
Banger.
And I don't know about perfect though. I mean, Deb's character, I watched every episode of the original. I didn't watch the reboot.
Well, they tried to right some wrongs of the other one, and
Like what?
They brought him back so he could, redeem himself one more time with another serial killer. It's preying on, young girls who are trying to leave their small podunk Canadian town.
Unacceptable.
Yeah. How dare you? Plus, he's got this giant house in the woods. It's just really weird.
Is he still in Oregon?
Was it Oregon or was it Canada? I can't remember which it was.
Okay.
Either way, they're trees.
Oregon.
Canada?
Fucking news.
That's where people have never been out here when you're in Colorado, Nevada, Hawaii.
Hawaii? Never heard
Hawaii.
that.
Oregon. Yeah.
Oregon.
Oregon.
Oregonian.
Oregon.
It was a very formative time for me. I really loved my time in Portland. Just really couldn't afford to stay there, even in the middle 90s, to have a job. Boo. We could be buds hanging out right now.
It was a lot more racist in the mid 90s.
It was a lot less, a lot more dogs and a lot fewer homeless.
And a lot more Nazis.
Yes, more Nazis. Yeah. But lovely place. I went through there a couple summers ago, back to Astoria, and it's like, wow, I don't think I would have had as much fun here now as I did back then.
Yeah, it's easy to stay away from downtown. You know, like the cool thing about Portland is like you can just be autonomous in your neighborhood. And so 80% of the city is irrelevant.
Speaking of Canada, and Oregon, there was a great story, and I don't know, Hash, if you saw this, and I don't know if this went national, but like on the local news, one of the big pickups was a guy from Canada, and he was wanted in Canada for something, crossed into Washington, down into Astoria, photographed himself on the porch of the Goonies house with a dead fish.
Yeah, I did hear this.
And then also stole a boat and took it out into something like Graveyard of the Ships or something like that. Some incredibly poor place to take a boat if you're capable, but just stole somebody's boat and went out there, and they had to come out and rescue him and do like an air rescue, and then they arrested the dude. That dude was what was that dude doing? He was having one.
Okay.
Ayahuasca.
Yeah. It was Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, Kansas City Schneeps.
Nice.
Oh. Right. A little late on it.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. The second half of our non-MLB draft is fake teams in small towns.
Did you guys ever see that movie Powder that came out in the mid-90s?
Never did, no.
I saw the movie Blow. Is that similar?
No.
Very different.
No.
No, Powder was like, you know how Hollywood always does. I'm sorry to go back to movies again, Troy.
I'm just fascinated by the depth of your knowledge of this stuff.
I retain horrible information. I was raised by a television. My parents put me in front of a TV when I was a kid, and they're like, "Here's your dad."
That's hilarious because it's painful.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, Hollywood likes to do
emotional
this thing
pain.
where one movie gets made and wind of the movie being made goes to the other competing businesses, and so they try to make the same movie. So you got Armageddon, you got Deep Impact, you got Cliffhanger,
Tombstone, and the other one.
Yeah. What? Yeah. What was the other one?
Yeah, Wyatt.
Wyatt. Yeah. Then you got so you have a bunch of them, but God damn it, where was I going with this?
Round and round and round.
Round and round and round. We lost it. That means the hash is kicking in, boys.
Yes.
I'm starting to feel it.
Calling that a win. The hash is kicking in.
Where was I? I don't even know. I don't know where I am now. I'm gonna mute myself.
You were on Powder.
There we go.
Powder.
Yeah.
So Powder was the opposition of Michael, which was just a movie about like angels that had fallen to Earth.
The Travolta Angels.
Travolta, right.
Yeah.
Never saw that either.
But Powder was an albino guy. I mean, it's bad.
Magical powers because he's an albino.
Yeah.
I tried to post a photo of this dude into the chat, but I'll just post a link. But I think the link really helps hit home what.
Is that Sean Astin? Who is that? Tell me it's not. Tell me I made that up.
It can't be Sean Astin.
It couldn't be.
No.
Who's fucking Powder?
Who's Powder?
Which one of you assholes is Powder?
An enigmatic young man with startlingly white skin and extraordinary abilities. is discovered living in the cellar of a remote farmhouse.
Sean Patrick Flannery.
I was halfway home. It was a Sean.
Classic Academy
Damn
Award-winning actor. Yes.
At 0.5 of the name.
This is a Disney
That's
movie.
a push.
Jeff Goldblum was in that.
Oh.
So there's that.
That movie would have been better if Glowboom would have been powder.
If Eddie Murphy would have been powder.
Eddie Murphy playing.
A 17-year-old Alberto boy.
He called me powder.
I can't believe powder doesn't qualify for cinephobe.
What?
It's a 50-69 split.
Shut the fuck up. Who are these people? Who are these people?
Dude, all I can say is The Shield season 5 has 100%, and that's one of the worst pieces of television I've ever.
I've heard you. Yeah, I heard you say that on the podcast.
I'm still angry that I watched it.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen Hash angrier about anything than this.
Yeah.
Watched all of it twice.
And I gotta get on record with something also.
It's like it keeps coming up, man. You got to deal with this.
I gotta get on record that like it's become common knowledge that Hash hates the BK song. Okay.
Have it your way.
But I hated it first. I told Hash about the BK song. Right, Hash?
It's true.
That's great.
I loved it the first time it came around, and I love it this time too.
Oh, and they're riffing on it. There's like a newer version I saw last night.
I think that when I walked into my mom's house yesterday, my brother was fucking singing it. I was like, oh man, I didn't even get to reference it. You were already fucking doing the thing.
I'm upset.
Ooh, I hear popcorn.
Yeah,
Who's
he's
making
making
popcorn?
popcorn.
Rano. I just listen to popcorn all day.
Yeah, it's great audio.
Sounds like the machine's kind of struggling. Is that an old one?
No, it's just a little feller. It's about that big.
During the pandemic, trivia fact number 6, I actually used a Jiffy Pop, stovetop Jiffy Pop.
Oh,
It was really good popcorn. Don't sleep on the Jiffy Pop.
Let's get Troy's popcorn ranks.
Wait. One second. Yeah. So during the pandemic, your popcorn popper didn't work?
I don't have a popcorn popper.
Oh.
no, the popcorn supply chain went down.
It did?
Yeah, you had to come up with alternative popcorn methods. It was
tragic.
I did not hear about that.
Yeah, I missed that.
it was hard times. It's hard times.
We had to put cardboard in our shoes, walk uphill both ways to the popcorn store where we would wait in line for hours. And all they would have was Jiffy Pop.
We got through.
JP.
No, we had each other. That's what we need.
What was
I
that?
interrupted a potential list.
Have popcorn.
Oh, that's okay. I can only do probably 2, really 3.
Well, what are
Well, that's the thing.
What are your top 3? Troy's top 3.
Troy's top 3.
Middle
Number
2.
3, old school popper machine.
The
Yes.
air pop? Yeah.
The air pop
No.
with the little stick that spins around and the butter that melts in the top.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Number 2, Orville Redenbacher
Oh,
microwave popcorn.
yes. The Orville.
And number 1, for the sake of consistency, Jiffy Pop oven stovetop popcorn.
Oven popcorn.
We're onto something there.
Yeah.
Ruined it.
What's your take on the cheese popcorn in the tins?
Oh, I'm a big fan. I am. I have to admit, we have some acquaintances of ours who have one of those big fancy machines that you see in Regal cinemas, and they make that sort of stuff, and it's really good when it's homemade and made with a little bit of love and good ingredients. It's really amazing popcorn.
I would
Kettle
try
corn's
it.
a thing out here too. Mormons and kettle corn.
Kettle corn's good. It's good.
It's bottom 4.
Bottom 4. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Yikes! I need your middle two popcorns.
Like 4 and 5?
Depending on how deep your list is, that's the number changes from the middle. We don't need to know how long your list is or what numbers they are even.
It starts with Luskafish popcorn and
All right. I've got a top 3.
Black olive popcorn.
I'm also going to go with the, I believe it's the Orville Redenbacher's microwave popcorn. That would be my number 3.
M-pop. Pop.
Gen Pop.
Number 2, I got to go with, so I don't have the company name, but they're not a sponsor. So I'm not going to name them anyway.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to offend our other popcorn sponsors. But
Right. No, scare them off.
But I got this. I don't think it's kettle corn. It's caramel corn. So there is a distinction there.
Yep.
It was a lighter caramel corn, and it had bits of dark chocolate mixed in with it.
Okay.
So it's outside the popcorn lines, I know here, but like that, a little box of that, that's like 2 hours worth. That's an evening. Very, very good. And then
number 1.
It's been so long, so I think I'm just craving it, but I want some theater popcorn with just some butter on it. And I want it.
Some cancer oil?
Yeah.
Butter flavored cancer oil. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's important. That's an important part to add in.
Well,
I'll take a little cancer if it tastes like butter.
Yes.
I don't need
I'm
to worry
only
about
so
cancer.
American.
I don't need to worry about cancer because I heard about Ron's trip to the chiropractor, and I have faith that if I do have that popcorn, I will just go there.
I watched the Jesus commercial on the Super Bowl and went to a chiropractor. I'm good.
1 and 2.
I like that of the two, the chiropractor is what's getting made fun of over the acupuncture. It's just such like
acupuncture. I like it.
Me too, but it's so counter to what you would expect if you brought the two up.
Well, the way I see it is that I'm not going to criticize anything Eastern medicine because it's been around for thousands of years longer than I've existed.
Exactly.
Chiropractic shit. About it, man. I don't know about anything Western medicine. If we look back 40 years in medicine, like at any point in time, it's like, what were we? What?
I don't know.
I still strap into the fat belt machine. It hasn't worked yet.
It doesn't seem like such a big stretch that my back could be crooked and now it's straight and now it feels better. It just doesn't seem like a big leap.
Yeah, just like Western medicine is just like. It's such a funny concept because they're like, hey, we got all these books of like medicinal stuff. They're like, no, we got it. We'll figure it out. It's
Nah.
good. Just give me some dead bodies. It's I can't do it. Oh yeah, that's good.
We'll just cut into this fucking guy.
We'll just take the words of serial killers and people that are like willing to experiment on cadavers and fucked up people and just, it's great. Totally a logical procedure, I trust it. That being said, the popcorn trend of like all the flavored popcorns I'm not into, like strawberry popcorn. Like, you go to we go to Costco here, and the ones they have like a bunch of those flavored popcorns. I know Costco does the regional things, but yeah, strawberry is and cream popcorn.
Huh. Okay.
Good. Pass. Or like air popped popcorn. No one mentioned the air pop.
Ooh, Ted Jansen sighting.
Oh, there we go.
Drink.
Oh shit. Oh, I didn't get a beer.
When somebody has a future in podcasting is when they seamlessly go from a tirade on Western medicine into strawberry popcorn.
Kid's got skills. What can we say?
I'm drunk. And
Brett,
my
What's the real time update on the hash oil? Hash.
I'm feeling. I feel it right here, like this. And by here, I mean my temples. The audience.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's
Here,
definitely
not
some
here,
warbling.
but like right here.
Yeah.
Feeling not so terrible.
It's deceiving. But yeah,
Excellent.
It's getting higher and higher. To quote Steve Winwood. Is that Steve Winwood?
I'll accept it. I don't have enough information to refute it.
Wasn't that Van Halen with Sammy Hagar?
It's probably the Beatles. Continuing the running gag that I hate the Beatles because I hate the Beatles.
What's Ringo's solo album?
I got a bunch of Ringo solo shit over here. There's some bangers in there.
Lies.
Fucking Ringo bangers.
Oh, there's some great shit. Dig into the Ringo shit.
Troy, how do you feel about wings?
I'm a two-minded person on the wing. I'm of two thoughts. I do love a good dry rub, and I also like traditional barbecue, traditional buffalo. I don't like the fancy stuff on those either, except one of the few chain restaurants I will go to is once or twice a year, I will go to Buffalo Wild Wings and get their hottest wing they have and have it. And then not touch my face for 5 days because it creates open sores from the sauce they use. I don't make it home very often.
That's kind of amazing because I thought you were doing a bit, and you weren't doing a bit because I was talking about the Paul McCartney band Wings.
I heard June. I was like, wait, when did they put a dry rub on Paul?
That dry rub era.
I'd try it. Yeah.
Then he went to the traditional era.
Right.
That dry rub era.
Yeah. Then when he started doing more of the Buffalo stuff, I just wasn't.
Yeah, Buffalo Springfield did not work for me.
It's been done, Paul. It's been
Paul,
done.
we don't need that Americana bullshit.